สวัสดีค่ะ Hello everyone. Today our group would like to present about Thai English or Tinglish. There are 4 members in our group. You will get to know each of us later on. First of all, may I introduce myself? My name is Kuntida Muntrikau, a first-year student, MA English major, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, Khon University. Let's begin with my part. Our group members believe that Thai English or Tinglish exists due to the following situations and factors. While in Thailand, English is more influential than any other languages. You probably see Thai students study Chinese, Korean, French, or any other languages. However, English seems to be the most influential language. Moreover, English is required to be taught in schools as a compulsory language from ประถมศึกษา 1 to มัธยมศึกษา 6 or grade 1 to grade 12 for fundamental education. Moreover, at the university level, English is required as a subject for students in all fields. Your medical students, you study English. Your humanities and social sciences students, you study English. Moreover, a number of international schools, English bilingual or English medium schools and universities are currently operating. English has been advancing into Thai society, and most Thai people believe that if you are be able to speak good English or have a good command of English, it is privilege. Although Thai people believe that way, believe that if you are be able to speak good English, it's privilege, not all of them use English. Only 10% of all Thai people are English speakers due to Bolton 2008. In this presentation, we will describe more about features of Thai English, and we will use only 10% or we call acrolets to be studied or to be considered for these features. The distinctive features of Thai English are usually obtained from literature, newspapers, magazines, or even spoken language. We will study more in this presentation about phonological features, namely transfer, translation, shift, lexical borrowing, hybridization, reduplication, and other features of Thai English. Let's begin with the first part, transfer.
สวัสดีครับ My name is Paiboom Manorom and today I would like to talk about Thai English feature. Okay, let's start with the first one, transfer. Transfer is the most important process. It seems impossible to convey Thai way of life without transferring the social, cultural, and religion element from Thai culture. According to Juntisip, Sainawong and Tuancharan study represent the salient socio-historical phenomena of Thai English context and its effect on linguistic features that reflect the way in which Thai English has developed. Even though there has analysis of linguistic of English feature in the Thai context is based on established approaches. For example, phenomena are described without using a theoretical framework, but there is not clear demonstration of Thai and Anglophone have interact in English as a result of contact on the other factor leading to evolution of Thai English. So as you can see and the next slide, the transfer also show the collectivity of Thai society and the importance of seniority in terms of age and position and politeness and humility. For example, in this book by Boyhood in Siam by Chan Ruang, which is the great example to show the Thai English feature transfer. So the author uses transfer of cultural element by using kinship term throughout the story. For example, I must acknowledge the kindness of Khao Sin Chin who helped me to survive through troubles and hardship. As you can see this, the author not only used kinship term only for family member, but used for the other throughout the story. And Thai also use Thai to bring their cultural and social notion into English. For example, in greeting. So instead of saying "How are you?" Thai, we usually say that we are going and have eaten yet. and we also emphasize family relation with kinship as well, but we also use it for the other people who are not blood related as collectivistics. For example, we not we add a neutral word by kun before uh, the name of acquaintance, and for who must get closer, we can say Ki or Nong. Ki is mean for the older person and Nong for the younger person. Okay. Let's move to the translation. The translation have a long history with Thai for a long time. The loan translation from Thai into Thai English occur when Thai user represent some items, concept, and idiom that have no equivalent in English. In some terms, it might lead to misinterpretation between the other person or interlocutors. For example, so I end up my biographical sketch from the early part of my life to the completion of the sixth cycle of age. The sixth cycle of age in this term means ราศีนักษัตริย์12ราศี so it's might not sound familiar with the foreigner from Western who have what is the sixth cycle age because it's mixed with Thai culture from Thai belief, and according to Ajahn Wannapha study in my boyhood in science, Ajahn categorized the translation term of Kun Chan Ruang into four types, which consists of cliche, cursing, translated style, and translation. Okay, let's start with the first one, cliche. Cliche is when preserve something traditionally. For example, before you may pass this golden gate, your precious wife, to live together on the pile of silver and gold. Live together on the pile of silver and gold, which means you will have a lot of money, you will be rich. So, live together on the pile of silver means you will be, even whenever you stay together, you will get a lot of money or gain a lot of money. And cursing also use it for the a bad situation, right? So, for example, we can see that sweep lining, you're a bad way when you see you're a fear of the road, and a golden flower. And the third one is translated style, which means he created a new term from Thai culture. For example, nia noi in translated from to subordinate mistress, and the major right is also from the Nia Luang right. And the translation of the characteristic of Thai name. So by adding the meaning later of the Thai name, for example, is what she who gave me the name Kumut, meaning or the white lotus. His name was Prince Shalom, which means the celebrated one.
I would like to present language shift. Language shift is how language changed into another style. As introduced in 1984 and Wat Khao 2005 said that shift refer to the way that Thai people shift a Thai writing style to English writing style. The regular use of proverb were founded as one of language shift function. As we can see from the example, I didn't say that you were all wrong, but you shouldn't decide this matter yourself. You know, when you build a house, you have to do it as the person who is going to live in like. You can see live in life is come from the proverb of Thai language. Another example, new rice tastes better than the old one. Still heel good. New rice tastes better than the old one is Thai proverb changed into English style. This is language shift. Another topic is lexical borrowing. Lexical borrowing is one another big term that we found in Thai English. When we use English in Thai context, there are several elements to compose and that we cannot be explained. One major role that we see a lot in Thai English is loanwords. Thai English found that transfer their semantic features into the word. Treatise in 1984 also said that Thai English adopt English grammatical feature but use somehow of Thai features to describe in English. And not only Thai speaker who use the loanwords in Thai English, but also many of non-Thai speaker recognize the word as loanwords in Thai. For example, the word "Ajahn" refers to the instructor, the teacher at tertiary level, or we can form "Ajahn" as a teacher in university. But for primary or secondary, we can usually call "kru" or "kun kru." Farang refer to the foreigner, that white people from Europe or Western country. The forest monk refer to Pravatpa or the monk who make the merit in hermit life existence in the forest. Another example, kun address the term polite term first name of people, like kun John, kun Kai, kun Num. Another verb, เกรงใจ refer to the fearful behavior, or we can use with people who have superior position than you, and we considerate way towards avoiding causing us in trouble. เกรงใจ
Let's move on to the next topic, which is hybridization. What is hybridization? Hybridization is usually found in informal Thai English when Thai users combine a Thai word with an English one. For example, the picture on the left-hand side, a Farang man. A Farang man means a foreign man. A big klong on the right-hand side, which is a big canal. This might denote the creativity of Thai peoples when using English or the way they maintain some Thai sense when using English. Now let's move on to the next topic, which is reduplication. What is reduplication? It refers to the process of lexical repetition. Thai people usually emphasize things by using repetition or speak it over and over again. For example, I started to dream about walking in the street with many buildings on both sides, seeing myself in a big school, something like that. You probably see the lexical repetition there, many buildings and big school. Next topic is about cohesive devices. Cohesive devices transfer from Thai discourse style of many cohesive types. You'll probably see like comparison, addition, result, contrast many times. According to the study of Pinkarawat 2002, demonstratives and repetitions of the same word or element are used significantly more often to create cohesion when Thai people speak English. Noun modifiers. What is noun modifiers? Well, when Thai people use English, most of the time in magazines, Thai English contains a significantly high number of noun modifiers. Thai users use noun modifiers, especially post modifiers, to help make clear explanations. While sometimes they tend to compress too much information in just only one unit thought. You see this example here. The simple sentence can be, "It is a big market," and done. But Thai people usually give more explanation using post modifiers, saying, "It is a big market." Market where? Where tourists. Tourists what? Tourists heading to Phú Soi Dao usually stop to stock up some fresh food. Food what? Food to cook at the campsite. Campsite where? On the mountain, as there's no restaurant available up there. As you see, that's just only one simple sentence. Thai people usually use post modifiers to modify the word.
Next, we're going to talk about vowels. in Thai English. Let's start from monophthongs, or a single vowel. There are two main sounds that Thai people usually pronounce differently from native speakers of English. The first sound is short E or lax E, as in the word lit, hit, or tip. Thai people usually pronounce these words a little bit shorter than native speakers. Next, tense E or long E, as in the word see, heat, or beat. Thai people usually pronounce these words longer than native speakers of English. Next, diphthongs. Some diphthongs become monophthongs when Thai people pronounce it, and it makes those vowels sound a little bit longer. For example, the sound A becomes A, as in the word say. When Thai people pronounce this word, they will pronounce it as say. Next, eight. The A sound here is changed to A. So 8 becomes eight. Next, O sound. O. Thai people do have O vowels, but it's a little bit different from English. In English, the O sounds like O, but in Thai, it's a monophthong and it's a little bit longer. O. So the word go will be pronounced by Thai people as go. Slow would be slow. Next, let's talk about consonant differences. Some consonants in English language doesn't exist in Thai language. So Thai people usually substitute those consonant sounds that doesn't exist in Thai language with similar Thai consonant sounds. For example, the sound ch and sh are usually substituted by ch. Here are the two different words in English, watch and wash. Thai people would pronounce these two words exactly the same. So watch and wash both will be pronounced by Thai people as wash. Next, j sound. Thai people do have this j sound. So this sound usually substituted by z. So the word like joke becomes joke. You can see here that both initial j sound and the vowel o have changed into z and o. So joke becomes joke. Next, lard. Here, the j sound is in the final position. It's also changed to z. So from large, it would become large. Next, the sound. This is a voiceless sound, the. But Thai people do not have this sound. So they changed this sound into the, ch, or sa. Let's take a look at some examples. First, the word both. The vowel o and the final sound the are changed into o and the. So both becomes both. So to conclude, the status of English language in Thailand today is quite complex, since most Thai people agree that English is important and influence them in many ways. But only few of them really feel the need to use the language, since Standard Thai still holds strong position as a national official language. According to Bolton 2008, English users in Thailand appeared only a small group for communication and are limited to urban middle to upper class Thais, which means these people are well educated, while most of Thai people are just English learner, not the actual user, so they don't use the language in their daily life. Even the use of English can be observed in several contexts, such as international business, audiovisual product, film industry, music industry, tourism, or even in education. However, English and its role of influence will linger on Thailand, but the direction seems to be difficult to predict what would happen in the future. Here are the references. You can search or see more information. We also took some information from these studies as well. And thank you for your attention, and if you have any question, feel free to ask us. We'll do our best to answer your questions. And here are our group members. Thank you again. Thank you very much. ขอบคุณค่ะ